Right, guys, here we have the Toyota Hilux camper for two, just with the standard rooftop tent. It's the Hilux 2. It's the most economical 4x4 camper to rent. Recently, we've been doing videos on the bush campers, but I think, we wanted to do some videos on the traditional Hilux 2, Hilux 4, and the cruisers with the roof tent option. Let's not underestimate these vehicles. They're a very simple solution, light in weight, vehicle, very mobile. This system works very well. May not have the simple pop-up tent, but these tents are also very easy to put up and down. And this system works well. It's well tried and tested. So just looking at it in day mode or when you're on the road, this is based on the Toyota Hilux double cab, the turbo diesel. This particular unit's a 2.8. Most of ours are 2.4. There's not a significant difference in the performance between the 2.4 and 2.8. So it's not something that you should worry about. 2.4 slightly more economical. 2.8 obviously got slightly more power, but not a considerable difference on the road. In fact, if you didn't know what it was, you may not tell the difference on the road between the two. So the 2.4's also got very good torque and power, more than enough for what you need. Vehicle's got upgraded tires, roof rack on the top, so you can add jerry cans, and it's got a nice simple camping system, which we'll go through shortly. As we come up closer here, I just want to bring your attention to two things. We've got a little tire pressure stickers here by the vehicle. You'll see there that on tar roads and loaded, you want to be 3 bar or even a bit higher. When you are off-road or gravel, maximum 2 bar. Obviously, a softer tire takes a lot of the vibration out of the vehicle. Very important not to run hard tires on gravel roads. Rattle the car to pieces, more likely to get punctures when you run high pressures on sort of corrugated gravel roads. So always drop your tire pressures. Obviously, in thick sand, particularly thick sand, you want to drop your tires. It can go all the way to 1 bar. But under that use, you shouldn't be doing it for long distances or any higher speed. Go fast. For long distances, you're going to blow tires when you run low pressures like that. The heat gets too much on the sidewall. So that's a guideline for your tire pressures. Then coming across here, you're going to see there's a little sticker there with your wading depth. That is when you're going through water. That's sitting at 70 centimeters. You need to be very careful in crossing water, and this is mainly in the Botswana Delta area. You never exceed that water depth. You need to walk through the vehicle on the passageway you're going to cross, where both wheels will run. So walk through, say, where the left wheel is going to run, and come back on where the right wheel will run. Make sure there's no deeper holes. Make sure the bottom of the water crossing is firm. If it's thick mud, battling to walk across, you do not take a vehicle across. And not watercraft, they're not boats, they are motor vehicles for dry land, but they have a wading depth, and the max is 70 centimeters, so you need to be very careful about that. Okay, so here we have the Hilux 2 Hilux camper for 2 packs. The Hilux 4 would just have the additional tent on the top and equipped your cutlery and sleeping stuff for 4 people. Otherwise, a very similar vehicle. So it is now in night mode. When you set up camp, earlier we showed you how simple it was to open this tent. We've added a couple of fly sheet poles, but this is the tent. It's fully open. We'll go and have a quick look in there. Front here you can see a table. This table stows under the roof rack. Very easy to stow it away, packs neatly, doesn't take space in your the back area packing space. And then 2 very comfortable chairs as well. So let's take a closer look at this vehicle. We'll go to the tent first. So here's the tent fully open. It's got a nice built-in mattress, 70 centimeters thick, 2.4 long by 1.4 wide. So very comfortable 2 packs. You can always use one of your sleeping bags to go on top of this as well. and open the others like a duvet, so you would have not just the mattress but also an additional sleeping bag to give you some extra comfort. There's your bedding, all neatly wrapped up. You get 2 towels with it, towel each, 1 sheet to cover the mattress, 2 sleeping bags, 2 pillows. So you should have it complete. It's all clean. Once it's open now, you could then, when you come to closing this tent up, just pack it on the far side of the tent and actually close this tent with the bedding in. It just makes it easier to use. You can open it up like this, but mosquito netting. You would still take mosquito precautions. You cannot be sure this will be 100% mosquito proof. But very nice tent, nice sleeping space. Obviously feel safer being up top here, away from creepy crawly snakes, that sort of thing. From an animal point of view, ground tents are safe, but there's just that more comfort in sleeping up high like this. Let's go down to the rest of the vehicle. The side here, we have the kitchen, all your cutlery, kettle, pots. There's actually 2 wine glasses that come with this, plus your normal stainless steel cups and your mugs for coffee and tea. So complete kitchen. And you've got your 40-litre fridge which sits here. It's a permanent fixture to avoid wires getting damaged. The slide-out systems come with problems. This is a neater, more reliable system. So 1 40-litre fridge running off its own battery. Can be set as a freezer, but normally suggest putting it on sort of setting 2, which will be close to 0 degrees. Anything that you put in the bottom that's frozen should stay frozen for a few days. And drinks in the top would stay ice cold but not freeze over. You'll see this canopy opens on the sides and back, which just make it far more usable. And then it's got a drawer system or a double packing layer in the back, which we'll show you now. There you can see your 2 gas cylinders which are mounted there, high lift jack at the back, and then you come down, there's a drawer here which opens. Now you've got additional cast iron pots, braai grid, tripod, wash basin, and some additional pots for cooking, but there's a lot of space left here. What we suggest is this is space for food, so between your fridge over there and your back drawer, all your food and everything you need access to would be in the drawer in the fridge, which means you can access them at any time. You don't have to unpack the vehicle. So this is where these drawer systems or a double layer packing layer is just far more practical and easy to use. Luggage would normally sit on top here, but you can see there's lots of load space. So for 2 people, this car is incredibly comfortable.